Arya grew up in the heart of Udaipur, a city shimmering with lakes and steeped in tradition. Her family's home buzzed with the rituals of their Hindu faith. Incense smoke curled towards the heavens. The murmur of Sanskrit mantras filled the air. Arya embraced it all. She loved the colorful saris, the scent of jasmine, the stories of gods and goddesses. Her grandmother, a woman of quiet strength and deep faith, played a pivotal role in Arya's life. She instilled in her granddaughter a love for their shared heritage. They would sit together for hours, the older woman's voice weaving tales from the Mahabharata and the Ramayana. These ancient epics came to life in Arya's imagination. Life in Udaipur seemed idyllic. It was a world Arya understood, yet as she blossomed into womanhood, a seed of unrest began to take root within her. The rituals that once brought comfort now felt rote. The stories she had cherished began to spark more questions than answers. Arya found herself drawn to quiet moments by the lake. The vastness of the sky mirrored the growing expanse of her own thoughts. The world, she realized, was so much bigger than the one she knew. The doubts came in whispers at first. They surfaced during puja, the daily rituals of worship. Arya would find herself questioning the relevance of ancient practices in her modern life. She loved her family and their unwavering devotion, but she yearned for something more, a deeper understanding that resonated with her own soul. Her questions remained unspoken. She didn't want to hurt her family. She didn't want to betray their trust. But the more she tried to ignore her doubts, the more persistent they became. They tugged at her heart, urging her to seek her own truth. Arya started reading about different religions and philosophies. She devoured books with an insatiable hunger. She was fascinated by the diversity of human belief. Each faith offered a different perspective on life's biggest questions. One day she stumbled upon a quote by Swami Vivekananda. "Truth can be stated in 1,000 different ways, yet each may be true." These words resonated deeply within her. A new kind of faith began to blossom in her heart, a faith in her own journey to find her truth. The opportunity to study abroad in America presented itself like an open door. Arya knew this was her chance to explore. She could learn, grow, and discover who she was meant to be. Her family, although initially hesitant, ultimately supported her ambitions. America was a whirlwind of new experiences. The vibrant melting pot of cultures both exhilarated and overwhelmed Arya. She encountered people from all walks of life, each with their own unique perspective. For the first time, she found herself surrounded by individuals who openly questioned, debated, and sought understanding. University life was stimulating. She immersed herself in her studies. Her professors encouraged critical thinking and challenged her preconceived notions. Arya thrived in this environment. She felt her mind expanding, embracing new ideas and perspectives. Amidst the academic rigor, Arya felt a profound sense of liberation. She could explore her doubts and questions without fear of judgment. She could delve into different faiths and philosophies with an open mind. America had given her the gift of freedom, the freedom to define her own path. It was in the unlikeliest of places, the bustling university library, that Arya met Umar. He was a fellow student, a devout Muslim from Morocco with a gentle demeanor and a thirst for knowledge that matched her own. Their initial conversations revolved around shared textbooks and academic aspirations, but soon their discussions delved deeper, exploring their diverse cultural backgrounds and religious beliefs. Umar, with his unwavering faith and insightful explanations of Islam, intrigued Arya. She found herself drawn to the beauty and simplicity of his beliefs. The concept of one God, merciful and compassionate, resonated with her own yearning for a more personal connection with the divine. Their conversations were never about converting one another. They were about understanding, respect, and the shared human experience of seeking truth. Umar's kindness and wisdom created a safe space for Arya to voice her questions about Islam without fear of judgment. He gifted her a copy of the Quran, encouraging her to read it with an open heart. "Seek knowledge, even if it is as far as China," he told her, quoting the Prophet Muhammad. His words echoed in her mind as she began to explore the Islamic holy book. Days turned into weeks, each conversation with Umar planting a new seed of understanding in Arya's heart. She began attending Friday prayers with him, drawn to the sense of peace and community she found within the mosque walls. The melodic cadence of the Arabic prayers stirred something deep within her soul. One night, Arya had a vivid dream. She stood before a magnificent door, adorned with intricate carvings and shimmering with an ethereal light. A sense of peace washed over her, urging her to step through. As she reached for the handle, she woke up. The dream stayed with her long after she opened her eyes. It felt like a sign, a calling. She couldn't shake the feeling that the door represented a choice, a path she was meant to take. The more she read the Quran, the more she realized that Islam resonated with her own values. The emphasis on compassion, charity, and social justice aligned with her own beliefs. She felt a connection to the divine that she had never experienced before. The decision to convert was not an easy one. It was a choice born out of careful consideration, deep reflection, and a profound sense of peace. It was a decision to embrace her own truth. Telling her family was one of the hardest things Arya had ever done. She understood their concerns, their fears. They loved her dearly and wanted the best for her. But their world, a world steeped in tradition, had little space for such a drastic shift in faith. Her parents, their faces etched with worry, struggled to comprehend her decision. Her grandmother, her eyes filled with tears, clung to the shared rituals of their past. The distance between them, once bridged by shared faith, now seemed vast and insurmountable. Arya, however, refused to let their differences become barriers. She patiently explained her reasons, her journey, and the peace she had found in Islam. She emphasized that her love for them remained unchanged. It was a slow and often painful process. But Arya was determined to build bridges of understanding. She knew that acceptance wouldn't come overnight, but she hoped that with time and patience they could learn to respect each other's beliefs. With a heart full of both trepidation and unwavering conviction, Arya embraced her new faith. She chose the name Arya, a beautiful Arabic name meaning exalted and ascending. It felt like a true reflection of her own spiritual journey. She immersed herself in her new faith. She learned Arabic to read the Quran in its original language. She embraced the 5 pillars of Islam with a sincerity that came from deep within. She found solace in the daily prayers, the community at the mosque, and the profound sense of connection she felt with God. Arya never regretted her decision. She had found her truth, her path. She had embraced a faith that spoke to her soul, and a community that welcomed her with open arms. Her journey was a testament to the power of individual choice, the importance of questioning, and the beauty of finding your own path to spiritual enlightenment. Years later, Arya became a bridge between communities. She dedicated her life to fostering interfaith dialogue and understanding. She knew firsthand the pain of division, the sting of prejudice. She believed that education was the key to breaking down barriers and building bridges of empathy. She organized interfaith events, bringing people of different backgrounds together to share their traditions, their stories, and their common humanity. She spoke at schools and universities, sharing her journey with honesty and grace. She challenged stereotypes and misconceptions with knowledge and compassion. Arya's work garnered recognition. She was invited to speak at international forums, her message of peace and understanding resonating with audiences across cultures and continents. She became a voice for the voiceless, advocating for the rights of minorities and promoting a world where faith brought people together rather than tearing them apart. Her life was a testament to the transformative power of faith, the importance of embracing diversity, and the boundless capacity of the human heart for love and understanding. Arya's story became an inspiration to many. She showed that it was possible to honor one's roots while forging a new path. She demonstrated that faith, rather than being a source of division, could be a powerful force for unity and understanding. Her legacy lived on in the countless lives she touched. She inspired young people to embrace their own truths, to question, to learn, and to build bridges of understanding in an increasingly polarized world. She showed that true faith was about love, compassion, and the courage to follow your heart wherever it may lead. Arya's journey from the traditional shores of Udaipur to the bustling streets of America was a testament to the power of the human spirit to seek, to grow, and to find unity in our shared humanity. Her story served as a beacon of hope, reminding us that even in a world often divided by difference, love and understanding could pave the way towards a brighter, more inclusive future.